Hi there, and welcome to this week's edition of Top End Track Talk. I'm Andrew O'Toole, and today we'll be previewing this coming Saturday's meeting here from Fanny Bay in Darwin, which will be the 18th of November. Some 11 days after what was a superb Melbourne Cup day, this week's 5-race card is again a very good one, with just one 6-horse field and the rest each-way betting affairs. A total of 43 horses have accepted for the meeting, although with 10 riders in attendance, the 12-horse benchmark 54 will have to have a couple of scratchings. The first of the afternoon gets underway at 2:37 p.m, with the last time to go at 5:06 p.m. In the first, the Book Your Christmas Party handicap, not long now till the big jolly red man comes down the chimney. A 0 to 64 event over 1,300 metres. My numbers are 3, 6 and 7. Going here with number 3, Global Wonder for Gary Clark, and Janis Luxman actually takes them out here on Global Wonder. Janis is up from Alice Springs, has a full book of 5 rides, so well done to him. Claims the 2 kilos. Global Wonder has been racing consistently. He'll last start second to Son of Bilski. That was back on the 21st of October, so about 4 weeks ago, in fact. And doesn't win out a turn, but he is a 6-race winner, Global Wonder. This is the kind of race that he can be very competitive in, the 0 to 64. He's drawn well. I'm sure Janis will give him a good ride. And I've got him on top to start the day in good fashion for the Clark stable. In for second, number 6, New Enterprise from the very much informed Peter Stennett barn. Stan Sakos returns from Victoria to ride at this meeting. Takes the mount here. This horse has won 2 of his last 3. His last win was over this trip of 1,300 metres, and that was beating Wilson's Prom here on Melbourne Cup Day. So he's doing everything right, is New Enterprise, and I think he'll race well again. And in for third, number 7, second of the Gary Clark train runners here, Prince Reuben. Jared Todd goes aboard this one. He's had a third and a second at his last 2 behind Son of Bilski and the Albion. The last of those was over a mile, so back to the 1,300, but he has won twice from 10 starts at this trip, and he's sure to be competitive. My numbers in the first are 3, 6 and 7. The second is the Horizon Handicap. It's over 1,200 metres. It's a benchmark 54. This, the race, as I mentioned earlier, has a full field of 12, but with just the 10 riders, a couple of scratchings will be required. My numbers here are 2, 10 and 4. Going with Clark Racing once again. I've actually tipped Gary to win the first 3 on the card. And number 2, Patria for me. Adam Nichols aboard here, and Patria's last start second to Velvet Revolution was good. That was 1,100 metres. I think back to the 1,200 suits him better. He's won 6 times over the trip of 1,200 metres. Has the old boy Patria. He's a 9-year-old now. He's been around here for a long time. Gary Clark was telling me he first came here as a 3-year-old. So we've seen a lot of Patria over the years. He's been a ripper for his connections. And that last start second pointed to a coming win. Got him on top, number 2. Ahead of, over the page we go, to number 10, Motivated Miss. Vanessa Arnott and Jason Manning, the combo. Hasn't done much wrong, little Motivated Miss in its handful of starts here in Darwin. Won on the 15th of July, and since has run 4th, 2nd, 5th and 4th. A last start 4th to Turnstar here on the 28th of October. Beaten just under 4 lengths, was another decent run. Only needs to get some luck in running and will be there or thereabouts. And in for third, a newcomer to Darwin, number 4, Tanawal. Clark Racing again, Jared Todd aboard, drawn the 1 gate. Hasn't raced since the 25th of April, formerly trained by Michael Hickmott in South Australia. So a newcomer to the top end, 21 starts, 2 wins, a second and a third. Haven't seen it trial, but from that stable with Toddy on, we must put it right in the mix. In the second, my numbers are 2, 10 and 4. The third's the Garrett's Pest Management Supplies Handicap, our smallest field of the day and our highest rated race. This is the 1,100 metres for the 0 to 76 sprinters. My numbers here are 1, 3 and 2. Gary Clark again on top for me, number 1, Mr. Cashman. Jared Todd aboard this fellow. He's a really good galloper. He's a 6-year-old now, Mr. Cashman. 4 starts back, he ran 3rd in the Palmerston, and since has run 3rd, 2nd and 2nd again. He's deserving of a win, no doubt about that. His last start second to Doc O'Connor, the stablemate on the 28th of October. Over 1,000 was really good. The 1,100 metres will suit him better. He's won at the trip once from 10 starts, but 3 seconds and 3 thirds. So he's never far away. This is his kind of race. 1 on top to beat 3, Mighty Mert. has returned to Darwin to the stable of Gary Lafoe. Got a great record here, 6 wins from 10 starts on the top end track. Paul Shires again in the saddle. He won here over this trip in 0 to 70 grade. That was on Melbourne Cup Day. Nothing to suggest he won't race really well again. And in for third, number 2, Star Magnum from the stable of Phil Cole. Emma Lyons claims the 2 kilos here. He's racing well, is Star Magnum, a winner 2 starts back. Then third to Doc O'Connor last time out, so must be in the mix. Numbers in the third are 1, 3 and 2. We go to the fourth, the Christmas Buffet at the Bay Trobus Maiden Plate. This is for the maiden gallopers. This was actually advertised as a 3-year-old and a 3-year-old maiden and Class 2 event, but there were no winners in the event, so it's reverted basically to a maiden and weighted on the maiden scale. The male horse is 59, the female horse is 57. And my numbers here are 3, 7 and 5. Going here with number 3, Barty Aya. One of 2 in the event, trained by Pat Johnston, and I really liked this horse's run last time out here, Melbourne Cup Day, behind King Star. That was a race where there was quite a bit of interference, unfortunately, during the run, and Barty Aya never got many favours with that interference, but certainly hit the line solidly, this 5-year-old mare. She's dropping in trip, might be the only question mark for me, down from the 1,200 metres to the 11, but such was the way she hit the line the other day. I've got her on top here, number 3, Barty Aya. To beat number 7, No Rain, No Flowers. It was in the same race and finished a good third behind King Star. Casey Hunter for Chris Pollard, sure to be in the mix again. And in for third, number 5, going with Pat's other runner here, Gelata. That's Pat Johnson. Janis Luxemon aboard. Gelata was also in that race from Melbourne Cup Day. Didn't get a lot of luck either. Finished 8th behind King Star, beaten just over 5 lengths. Numbers in the maiden are 3, 7 and 5. And the last, the Sportsbet handicap. Over the 1,000 metres for the 0 to 58 gallopers. Of course, the Sportsbet team back the Sportsbet Newcomers bonus, which is for horses that win 3 years in the 3 races rather in the calendar year. It's gone off 11 times in the territory so far this calendar year. So thanks very much to Sportsbet. It's a lovely bonus on top of winning races. A $5,000 bonus to the winner of 3 in a calendar year. My numbers in the last are 7, 2 and 5. Madame Romanov for me, and what's a tricky race to finish the day. Jade Hampson aboard for Tayan Halter. Jade yet to ride a winner on her returns. Only had the 1 day back, but hopefully she can get on the board here on Madame Romanov. A winner 3 starts back in good style, then 2 fourth placings since. Behind Exceedingly Magic and Pocket Pistol. Drawn an inside gate. I think that will prove a big advantage for Madame Romanov. So we've got her on top, number 7. To beat number 2, Henestrosa looks the obvious danger for Jared Todd and Gary Clark. 2 good runs since resuming, a 4th and a 3rd the other day behind Turnstar. This is a race that he can be very competitive in. And in for third, number 5, Chief Mondo. Henestrosa's stablemate, Janis Luxemon aboard. Drops back in trip from a last start, 3rd over 1,200 metres behind Looking For You. Back to the 1,000. He's won twice from 10 starts and been placed 5 times as well. That probably works in his favour. Numbers in the last are 7, 2 and 5. Best bet on the day, it comes up in race 3, number 1, Mr. Cashman. I think this is his sort of race. Smallish field, quality galloper. Race 3, number 1, Mr. Cashman. Well, the best roughie is in the last, and I'm going here with race 5, number 1, Colour de Roy. Race 5, number 1, Colour de Roy. Just keep an eye on the tote with that one in the last. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk, and our next meeting here in the Top End will be in just under a fortnight's time, and is the first of 2 Friday meetings, as well as 2 Saturdays in the month of December. The date for the next fixture is Friday, the 1st of December, and until then, good luck and good punting.